And that'll happen more and more as the market evolves, because you'll see on eBay, if you're buying a blow-up doll, which I don't, but just say you're worth, you know what a blow-up doll is worth, and you'll try and get a bargain, and so your price is worked around what you know. But if you put blowupdoll.com, people, and it's newish web, people, well, what's it actually worth? That's the thing. And I find that a lot of people going, well, what should I be playing? And that's when I started out and doing websites. These are up to sort of $500. It gave when I didn't have a bin, they would sell anywhere. But I found like anywhere from 150, 200 because. But then I found that people were just going, oh, it's $500. I'll just grab it, and you could sell it in a day. But then if you raise, and there are also ceilings. Like I talk about, there was this magical $297. You could sell website after website for $297 for about 3 weeks. At the start of this year when it was just red hot, and more people were doing it. So I'd see other people doing the same thing, and it's all this trend, and the whole place just went nuts because that became
that benchmark.
But then what you're talking about now, the bin price, that's part of the evolution. It's becoming more of, well, I can see eventually that we'll get to a place where it'll be $1 no reserve, no bin. And the auctions will just
take its course. I think for that to happen, you need an efficient market, and this takes me back to my stock market days. I mean, you look at an efficient market, the stock market, the ASX is a good example. When you got your buyers and your sellers all banked up, that there's very little difference. There's like one cent difference between the two, and you let the market decide the value. Where there's an illiquid market, there's not enough buyers and there's not enough sellers. That's when you get the disproportionate price. Usually, though, that's a good opportunity to pick up those arbitrage opportunities because you're finding things that it might be selling undervalued because there's not enough attention on that particular auction.
Exactly, and that's the thing that the site you bought from Amy and Ian, that they tried to turn arbitrage into a business, and that became...
or the nature of all arbitrage is it for it to shrink at some point,
or even just to end. It seems to be just arbitrage like buffalo running to the cliff, and then all of a sudden, they're fantastic. They're all happy and they're all running, but they get to the end of the cliff and they fall off, which wasn't a bad thing. But they didn't. Well, no one actually sees it coming. That's the nature of it. But they just didn't go with it. That's the thing. You like what you've done now, buying that site. You can take it to grow with the market, with the model there, and that's what. And a lot of people, got caught out with that, trying to, I remember I was doing it at the time thinking, oh wow, can I, what can I do with this? If I could outsource all these sites, and if I could make, if I'm selling 10 a week, imagine if I could make 100, and I could sell 100 a week, and then then I could hear Dale and me, it's not going to last. It's not going to last. This they'd actually be down here. It's not going to last. This is going to end. It's just
well, I mean, if you could make a website for $100 and you knew you could sell it for $297, how many of those $100 websites would you make? As many as you could, as much as you could.
These were costing $8 for a domain and $19 for a flipper listing, but that's the whole thing. You go, you just how many can I do? And that's the nature of. But you feel for people that try and build a business model on that, and then they get burned, and that's and they get angry. This thing on Flipper recently, everyone's just bitter about blaming, I was posting on blogs and calling him evil Luke Moulton because everyone's blaming him, and he would have to come up and say, well, it's not. Flippers, nothing's changed. It's just Flippers.
Well, he still said, having chatted with him, the volume is higher than it's ever been. He's got more bids coming through, more auctions. So the market is as hot as it's ever been. It's just a matter of having what it is that the buyers are out there to buy.
They actually sold. I think they had almost 800,000.
You just have to have a look at the stats on the homepage just to see that it's not slowing down.
So that's the thing. Don't be discouraged by it. It's actually healthy. But you've got to just make sites with more love put into them.
Exactly. It's like the way I do things with a couple of websites, sitting on a couple of hosting accounts, and just let them sit there, do a little bit of work, just let them grow, and eventually they'll even buy an age domain like Domain Samurai, something like that.
That's excellent.
We might even wrap it up there. I feel like otherwise we've got the tendency to sort of ramble on, but hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight into the world of buying and selling domain names and buying and selling websites using Flipper. So I suppose if you wanted, depending on where you're watching this video, there's probably an opportunity for you to make a comment. So if you feel this way inclined, how about you tell us what it is that you'd like this podcast to be called? Just enter it, and no doubt if we end up choosing the name that you pick, we'll give you some sort of little freebie or bonus or one-on-one time or something like something worthwhile. But if you guys want to find out more from us, I know we're over at flippingawesome.com, and where might you be?
Tradingwebsitesblog.com.
Perfect.
And questions, send any questions,
Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. And Ryan T. Malone is the other one.
Yeah, RyanTmalone.com.
Cool. All right, thanks, Scott.
And DavidJennings.com.
.com. Oh,
cheers.
too many websites. So we'll see you guys next time.
Pleasure.